You know why?
Because you're Tiger Dad.
Yeah.
No, why?
So for those of you guys who don't know what Tiger Dad is, I think Tiger Dad it's like it happens predominantly in Asian cultures, but I see it in other cultures as well, is when the mom comes in and they're like, how fast can my son get a black belt? Or how fast can my son be a level 10 in piano? And they come in and it's not about the enjoyment of learning and the journey of it anymore. It's just, how can my son come in and get a PhD in this overnight? And I think I'm kind of guilty of that, and I'm really sorry that I
Are you really sorry?
I am. That I pushed this on you where like, I just want you to be so badass and fulfill your potential that when I come in, I just want to be able to say one thing once, you got it, and you never make that mistake again. And by the time a year's over, you're like the strongest woman in the entire universe.
But that's not even possible, because you can't even do that yourself. That's why you're constantly tweaking things here and there.
What I'm doing now is I'm tweaking all the little things, but I don't make any more mistakes. I keep adding little things to get better.
That's not true. I just called you out on one mistake.
What mistake?
The other night, because you were like, oh, my squats are shit, my squats are shit. And you already know that you shouldn't go past a certain part of a parallel, because you know that's not efficient. And when it comes to moving weights, especially the amount that you were repeating it, I was like, yo, you're just wasting way too much energy, and your next step is gonna be significantly weaker because you went lower than what you needed to go, and you knew that.
Wow, you sound like you know a lot.
No.
You know, she knows quite a bit about powerlifting. I don't even know why she needs me as a coach anymore.
I just wanted to negate that last comment.
Sounds like a lot of confidence to me.
No.
There's a lot of confidence in there.
So that just goes to show you that you still can't just do one thing and then hear it one time and then just get it, especially when it comes to powerlifting.
But you know what I was doing is I was messing with my footing, and you know that this is really specific powerlifting stuff, so a lot of guys are probably like, well, I don't give a fuck about this shit.
Yeah, you just tune out right now.
But when your feet come narrower, you can go deeper in the squat, and I was just messing around, and then I just ended up going a lot deeper than I needed to for competition.
Yeah, so I mean, I could be doing the exact same thing too. Like, I'm constantly tweaking it.
But the difference between us though is like, you'll ask me, what am I doing wrong? And I point it out to you, and the next set, you're immediately doing the thing that I just pointed out. And not only do you not go, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention or whatever. You yell at me and you go, I fucking know that's what I was doing. I'm not doing anything wrong. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I'm like, I just told you, shut the fuck up and go in the corner.
What a liar.
I'm like, what the hell?
What a liar. What a liar. That's not even true.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay, well, I'm sorry that you do that. I mean, that you
like the biggest part that really got to me is there was a couple weeks back, right? She was deadlifting, and she knows that your intra-abdominal muscles is your belt. That's your weight belt. The leather thing is just backup. It's just extra. It's backup. It's like your seat belt. Your intra-abdominal muscles, that's your weight belt. So you gotta take a deep breath. Make sure you flex this before you flex anything else before any lift. While she was deadlifting, she actually let the air come out, and then boom, she pulled her back, and then now she's hurt, and then now she can. A lot of the times when she's deadlifting, she's hurting her back. And when there is a big hurdle in your training, it actually hurts me a lot, because I'm like, oh fuck, and I've been there before, so I'm like, why did she have to make that mistake where she knows this is one of the priority #1 rules that you never break, but you still did it? And I was like, god damn it, like that's what really frustrates me, is like the really big rules that you shouldn't be breaking.
Well, I mean, but you also know that I lack a lot of confidence, and I get in my own head a lot where it fucks me up, and that's something I'm constantly trying to work on. But I'm already thinking about a million things, and I'm like super nervous. I have like this heavy weight, and I'm just like, fuck, am I breathing correctly? Is my back tight? Are my legs right? Like, I know I shouldn't be this wide, I shouldn't be this narrow, and there's like so many million different things going on that it's like, you kind of have to understand that that's kind of where I'm at too. And you can't be like, I said it once already, you should already gotten it, I already told you. But it's like, you have to keep in mind, I'm keeping like another million things in my head that I'm like trying to remember that you told me in the past.
But so the golden rule though, babe, I don't want you to hurt your back. It really hurts me.
I know, and I'm sorry. And I really do appreciate the fact that like you have so much confidence in my ability that you're just like, no, I know you got this shit. Like, I know you can be sitting. I love that because that's what fuels me. But at the same time, you kind of make it where it's not enjoyable anymore because of the way you talk to me and then the way you coach. And it's just like, holy fuck, this sucks, because I thought this was supposed to be fun. I used to have fun, but now I'm just like hearing all of you bark at me. So I'm just like, all right, well fuck, well there went the fun.
Well, how about the times then when you say there goes the fun, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna coach today. When we'll just work out separately, you know, like, Papa, please, come here, Papa Bear, come here.
Well, you stupid idiot, that's because I love you and I want to do everything together. And it's like, I know that sounds fruity and like, we're not this fruity couple, but we actually are a pretty fucking fruity couple. Because we do everything together. I don't think, like, in these 5 years that we've been together, I don't think there's ever been a time where we've voluntarily wanted to do things by ourselves. Like, we literally are soulmates, so anything that he does, like, I do it with him. Anything I do, he does it with me, and we have a lot of fun doing it together. Because if we do it apart, we're just thinking about the other person. We're like, fuck, this would be so much better if the other person was here. So that's where that comes from. If we're training separately, then I'm just gonna see you over there. And I'm like, shit, this is kind of weird.
Well, what's the best way then? How do you want me to communicate with you where you don't feel like I'm just barking at you and then expecting the impossible out of you? What's the best way for me to communicate?
Well, I think that can only come from you. I think only if you see that it's wrong, then I think you're the only person that can come up with your own solution how you think that might be better. For example, with me, I know that the way I give off that I'm frustrated, or when you coach me, I give you some like bad attitude, I can only fix that about myself.
But I can tell you what to do. I can be like, hey babe, you know when you just slapped me in the face after you didn't pick up the weights? Can you not do that? And I could tell you not to do that. Like, and I can say next time if you don't pick up the weights,
fine.
Instead of getting down on yourself, let's talk about what felt like you couldn't do that.
Fine.
So that's what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, so just keep in mind then, every time that you're like, fuck, I already told you this shit, like what the fuck is going on? Maybe you can just remember, okay, I know this stupid bitch like always gets in her own head. She lacks so much fucking confidence. She knows, she keeps telling herself that she can't do it. But like if you keep that in mind and you're like, okay, this fucking weirdo is super sensitive when it comes to shit like this. Like here, let me just.
I like the stupid bitch better. I like
okay,
that
so yeah.
What?
Ew, you know what just happened?
What?
I gave you your mom's look.
What was my mom's look?
That's what she does. She gives you this side look when she's like.
Well, you know, they do say that you date people like your parents though.
Oh, dear Lord. Anyway, so, yeah, like if you can just keep that in mind and not just like the way, all I'm asking for is the way you talk to other people, if you just talk to me that way.
I'll try really hard, but other people also
like,
treat me differently. Other people, they listen to me and they go, oh, you know what, this guy, she knows what he's talking about. For you, you're like, ah, you little peasant, what can you help me with today? Go back home and pick up dog shit.
Maybe, maybe it's the way that you're presenting it to me. Maybe you're already talking to me like a douchebag and I'm like, your shit don't stink.
Fine,
yeah, right.
I'll try very hard. I'll try very hard and talk to you a lot more polite and a lot more courteous from now on.
Wow, you know what? I think we've made history a second time.
Why?
Because we didn't just bicker about each other. We actually said that we love each other this time.
We always say, I always say I love you.
Fine, well this time it was a we. This time I'm on the same page as you. It was nice, we kind of came to like a solution.
So the first time in history you love me back?
Yeah, just the first time and probably the last.
That's fair.
Fine, I'm sorry. But yes, I'm happy we had this conversation because now we kind of like found the middle ground here. Where we can both be happy and not be like that with each other.
And I think that's also one of the beauties of doing hobbies with your significant other. It's not only the fact that it's fun doing another activity with your significant other with, but also you get to work on different dynamics in the relationship that you can apply directly into the actual relationship.
Whole relationship, yeah, absolutely. I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying like be with your significant other all the fucking time and not have a life of your own. Of course, we're advocates of that too. Like live your own life, follow your own things. But like in our case, we are very similar. Like I'm the guy version of him, he's the female version of me. So it just so happens that we do the exact same stuff all the time because that's just naturally how we are. So yeah, if you guys would like to hear Bart's perspective on how much he loves coaching me, go ahead and check out his video. Let's turn it this way because that's the truth. Until next time, y'all, have a beautiful day.
Ow!
A girl who was dating guy number 1, then went to date guy number 2. A bunch of stuff happened in the middle. She kept bouncing back and forth between guy number